From the Millersville University Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Elliott here with the medium range forecast and video discussion issued on Monday, July 28th. Well, after stifling heat and humidity baked the mid-Atlantic states through the middle of the week, a cold front is going to renew the threat of showers and thunderstorms late this week, and finally, after what feels like forever, we're going to have a refreshing shot of cooler and less humid air moving into the mid-Atlantic states and Northeast for the upcoming weekend. In fact, it looks like it's going to be one of the most beautiful weekends so far this year. So without further ado, let me start by taking a look at the Canadian model for 2 p.m. on Thursday. You'll notice that this disturbance, actually multiple disturbances, are streaking eastward along this frontal boundary that's sagging southward through the mid-Atlantic states. Now, there are some notable differences between the Canadian and the European model on Thursday. You'll notice that the European model has much more activity across Pennsylvania than in comparison to the Canadian. And that's because the Canadian model suggests that the frontal boundary actually is already south of the Mason-Dixon line by Thursday morning, and most of the precipitation occurs in the stable portion of the frontal boundary, aka north of the frontal boundary. And in comparison to the European model, it has more showers and thunderstorms along and to the south and east of the frontal boundary in the warm sector, because the front doesn't get through the region until Thursday afternoon or evening. If the Canadian's right, Thursday just turns out to be cloudy and showery and very cool with highs in the 70s. If the Euro's right, Thursday is still very warm and humid with strong to severe thunderstorms erupting in the afternoon and evening hours with highs generally in the mid to upper 80s. So right now, there is a lot of uncertainty with respect to the weather on Thursday, so I'm just going to have to refine that forecast in tomorrow's special weather discussion. But as we move forward into Friday, both the Canadian and the European models agree that that frontal boundary sags well south of the Mason-Dixon line. The Euro suggests it's still in the southern mid-Atlantic states on Friday. The Canadian model has it even farther south across the Carolinas. Regardless, Friday should turn out to be a better day than Thursday. There could be some leftover clouds and some showers across southeastern PA Friday morning, but skies should at least partially clear throughout the afternoon hours. And winds will turn northerly behind that frontal boundary, so dew points should fall into the 60s on Friday, and it will likely be even cooler than Thursday with highs around 80. But then we really get into a beautiful air mass this weekend. This Canadian high pressure system settles over the Great Lakes region on Saturday. The European and the Canadian models are in perfect agreement with that. So we will have a refreshing breeze on Saturday. In fact, northerly winds maybe upwards of 10 to 20 miles per hour at times on Saturday. Dew points will only be in the 50s, and high temperatures may fail to reach 80 degrees on Saturday for the first time in what feels like forever. It's actually happened once in late June, but since then, we've actually not had a day with a high temperature below 80 degrees across most, if not all, of the lower Susquehanna Valley. That high pressure system is going to settle right over the Commonwealth then Saturday night into Sunday. So Saturday night looks absolutely fantastic for sleeping, in stark contrast to these low temperatures in the 70s we've been dealing with for the better part of the last month. While lows on Saturday night may dip into the mid to upper 50s, especially in outlying areas, and low 60s in the urban centers. But regardless, it's going to be a great night for sleeping with the windows wide open. Humidity will be low and skies will be mainly clear, and Sunday will be equally as nice with that high pressure system smack dab over the Commonwealth. Skies will be sunny, dew points will still be in the 50s, and high temperatures will only be in the low 80s. So it's going to be a spectacular weekend for outdoor activities. You won't have to worry about any heat-related illnesses or high humidity. Just go outside and enjoy the sunshine. So taking a look at the medium range Campus Weather Service forecast, mostly cloudy and humid, but not quite as hot on Thursday with showers and heavy drenching T-storms, high 84. Even cooler and less humid on Friday with a mix of clouds and sun, high 80. Sunny and pleasant on Saturday with low humidity and a refreshing breeze, high 78. And then sunny and just downright beautiful on Sunday with highs around 80 degrees. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the Medium Range Forecast. Tune back in next Monday for the latest edition. Until then, stay dry out there late this week and just look forward to those beautiful conditions this upcoming weekend.